Conducting a CLE at the Bar Association is different from doing the same thing in many other venues. When you come to a bar association, you're going to have lawyers from many different kinds of practices: civil, criminal, litigation, transactional, trust and estates, tort, contracts, you mention it, you name it. Now, what I try to do is pick topics that will be of interest to all the lawyers in the room, or at least most of which will be immediately germane to the work of all the lawyers in the room. For this reason, either it will bear on their own practice, or it can arise in the practice of a colleague, or the issue could arise in the behavior of an opposing lawyer. And one job of a lawyer is to protect the client against the misconduct of opposing lawyers. So you need to know when that happens. And finally, many of the lawyers who come work in-house, and they hire lawyers to represent their corporate clients. So they need to know the rules that govern the lawyers they hire, as well as the rules that govern them. It is a pleasure to talk about these issues with practicing lawyers, because no matter how mundane the question you're discussing may be, no matter how technical it may be, they immediately appreciate the consequences to their life. And you could start deep conversations about the most narrow question because of the interest that the question creates in the practicing lawyer. Talking to practicing lawyers is wonderful because they get it. They get it fast. They see the implications of a rule, and they see how it will affect their life and affect their clients and the matters they work on. I don't have to do a lot of background factual explanation. They know the practice context. I provide the doctrinal context. So that's wonderful for practicing lawyers. Well, my goal in the CLEs I conduct is to get deep into the issues I select, so that lawyers can walk away not only knowing a rule, which is important, but they can also understand the context, the basis, the organic backstop for the rule. How did this come to be? What is the theory behind the rule? Because that will help them work out their own problems later on when such an issue arises. And simply as well to be interested in my subject, which I think is fascinating, and I think that anyone who works in the area of serving clients on their legal problems must also recognize to be fascinating. To be a conscientious lawyer, to be a good lawyer, you have to understand the regulatory backdrop for everything that you're doing. And with the issues I choose, I hope to provide that to the audience.